Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our YouTube account. And if you've seen the live stream a little bit earlier, guys, we were talking about the Beast Resonance and how it is going to be affected. Now, overall, Checkmate sent over all of his builds when it comes to the Nightmare Corridor. And I can see plain as day, guys, the impact that we're having of the Beast and actually building them up much higher. So I went through, I did use all of his formations. Now, a couple things that I want to note that we're going to run through. Number one, he has a much higher owl, which is yielding a lot more damage that Baden is putting out within this formation. In here, I believe my pet is a little bit higher. So again, this one, we are scoring a little bit higher than his formation was. And the big one, guys, 12, I believe at this point, the Savage Souffle for him was on 9. But some of these beasts were much higher. His talisman was actually at 18, yielding an incredibly much higher when it came to the scores that we had in here. And I tested this 15 times, guys. Even here, we were a little bit higher because we do have our pet right here, the Fox Fatale, which again was a little bit higher. Now, overall, he did have this hero specifically. So he did have Liberta built out significantly higher than the one I have here, because in his formation, he was running both of the test ones, yielding more damage in there. And then this was the one, guys, that I got crushed in. So overall, guys, his Tri-Shield was putting out about 10.5 billion damage. As you can see, we're at 3.23, guys. That is because I do not have the furniture and I do not have the E60, which is required for the hero. Now, the pet also, he did have the lion at 18, which again makes a really big difference. Now, overall, my Solus put out a lot more damage than his did, but my Tri-Shield was super far lacking. And I believe he was around 5%, guys. We're at 14 right now. Again, there are very specific heroes within this game mode. So that also brought up, what about the Beast Resonance and how you can kind of power level, or the trick as people are calling it, to power level beasts within the Beast Ground, which is what I'm going to kind of explain right now, guys. So essentially, when you get to a certain point, and a lot of players say it is level 9, when you get to Beast Resonance level 9, a lot of players say when you get to Beast Resonance level 18, this is the time to start doing the trick, but you can actually start this from the beginning. So to break this down exactly how it works, guys, you can see right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have what, 6 in total that are 15 plus, meaning we need one more pet to be able to resonate this or use the Beast Resonance. Now, this will work for any single level that you're doing this on. And again, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So essentially what will happen is power leveling the beast or moving other beasts up to that level 18. Like right now, we are moving our Slumber Seal up to 18. It is much slower than really, again, power leveling them, going between them. So we were leveling the Slumbering Seal up to 18. We were leveling up the Winged Lion to 18. Then I had been taking the Owl up to 15, meaning it's going to be a slow build to get the copies that we need in here. Now, what we switch this to, and as you can see right here, guys, we have the Savage Souffle, we have the Owl, and we have Talisman. So essentially, the way this works, and again, this will work at any Beast Resonance, is the first one of these 3 that I get up to level 15 will take the Beast Resonance across the board up to level 15. However, and this is really the trick, guys, is let's say, for instance, I have 6 copies of the Savage Souffle. I have 6 copies of the Owl. I have 6 copies of Talisman, meaning that in total, between all of these, 6, 6, and 6 gives us 18 total copies. Then all of a sudden, I get some extra copies. I have the Owl up to being able to move up to Resonance, moving to 15, meaning that they all go to 15. The 6 copies that I possess for the Savage Souffle and the 6 copies that I carry for Talisman are going to be returned to me, and they are going to be returned to me in the form of Secret Spice, which means when you look here, guys, that would give me, again, the Secret Spice. I would be able to stockpile the Secret Spice because I would get 6 from the Fox. I would get 6 from Talisman, giving me 12 Secret Spice. Now, the power level trick, or the way this really works, is taking that Secret Spice and building up a hero like right here at the Slumbering Seal, where, as you can see, guys, it is 4, 4, and 4 to take him up to 18. So I only need 12. It is going to give me the extra Secret Spice that I need to move the Slumbering Seal up to 18. And then it is going to be so on and so forth, guys, to build those up. And again, you can do this at any level. So essentially, we could do this a couple different ways. Now, at this point of the Beast Resonance, I could actually build a couple heroes that I'm not taking up to 15 just to stockpile resonance, which I know that is what some players have done. So what I mean by that is we need one other beast up to 15, but I could literally just stockpile a bunch of these. So let's say I have enough copies to build this owl up to 15 like we just seen. I could drop the owl out. I could put in another hero that I have down at 12. And again, stockpile some resources out of there. Do the same, stockpile some resources out of there. As long as I am not moving them up. Again, when we move to the Beast Resonance, it is going to give me the excess copies of the heroes that I'm automatically leveling up back as those secret spices, which again, that means if I did wait a while to get these guys, I could take some of the key beasts up to level 18 to really make the game-changing difference. Now, looking at Cyril's guide, guys, the Slumbering Seal, absolutely a big difference when it comes to the Winged Lion, when it comes to Belbello. There are some beasts in here that do incredibly well within formations, being at a much higher level. Even Belbello, for instance, does not work until you get to that level 15. If she is under level 15, she is absolutely worthless, actually drops to the very bottom tier. But when you get to 18 is the point that this beast really starts to shine. Again, if you don't have this beast up to 18, there is no really 15 or 18. But 18, there's not a really big reason to use this pet. But again, there are a few of these guys that do shine at 18 that I could essentially power level to 18. And I know Shadow was talking about it. I know there were a couple players, again, kind of talking in chat about it. So overall, what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm going to put in 3 of my level 12 beasts, meaning that I'm going to stockpile a bunch of copies to be able to build them up to 15. Even with that, guys, if I get the Flutter Plume built up and it gives me all of those secret spices, I can take the owl from 15 to 18 just based on the secret spices that I've already accumulated for the other beasts in here, meaning the resonance or the beast resonance is going to work incredibly well in my favor. And a lot of these that you don't need higher, you won't have to build higher. So again, a lot of players are doing this when they're going from 9 to 12. You can do the exact same, guys, where you can actually get enough copies to build out the seal, to build out the Winged Lion, you know, to build out the owl to 18, while the rest of the beasts are 12, which again, is exactly the way that I see it built out on a couple of accounts, including the one that we shared today. So again, the one that we were looking a little bit from Checkmate, he does have some beasts all the way at 18, like Talisman is at 18, but he still also does have a couple beasts that are only at 9, meaning that he prioritized building out a lot of beasts all the way up to 18 versus taking them step by step by step, how I have kind of been building them. And again, the return on this is kind of either or, because the big thing is when you're looking at multiple teams within AFK Arena, you need 6 beasts that are built well. But the thing with the beasts are there are specific beasts that work a lot better than other beasts, which means, again, taking, let's say, Vespero up to 12, up to 15, doesn't make a world of difference because this beast is absolutely so horrible. But getting up an owl to 12, 15, 18 is going to be a game changer when it comes to formations. So I hope it helped a little bit, guys. Again, if I'm summoning all 3 of these, when I'm starting to get those bonus or those extra secret spices in here, and even we don't have to use these to actually build out a beast, I can just stockpile these with the summons that we're doing of the beast right up here, waiting to get the specific copies and just naturally taking them to 15. And with that natural progression into 15, so even right there, Talisman, we got an extra copy, which means when we level up the owl, or if we level up, regardless of which one we do get to 15 first, it is going to already credit me with 1 secret spice, allowing us to actually get a rebate for the copy that we just got right there. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.